coming to you on a Monday.
Yeah, not our usual recording day, but definitely excited to give you guys some dope content, a great pod to listen to this week, whatever you're doing. We couldn't skip out on you guys, you know?
Yeah, no off weeks. We got to get this done. We both kind of going to be away right later on in the week, so we decided let's power through this, you know what I mean? And get this podcast done for you guys while let's talk about these sports.
So since it's Monday, we get to overreact, right? Yeah. NFL Sunday just happened, the full slate of games, and one of the things that I want to overreact to is Cam Newton. One of the things I want to overreact to is the Panthers looking better without Cam Newton on the field.
Right. No, and I haven't felt right about Cam Newton for a while. The last couple of years, that team just seems off. And I don't know. I can never put my finger on whether it was him or what was going on with that team, because they have a pretty good team there, you know what I mean? They have some good players. Christian McCaffrey, a great running back. And I couldn't figure out what happened. Then we come to this game, we hear Cam Newton's going to be out, so who's going to play then,
Kyle Allen, of all names, right? A guy we've never heard of, steps into the spotlight and really makes a name for himself in just 1 week. In 4 quarters, he's become a household name. The guy threw 4 touchdowns and looked extremely confident in the pocket. Looked like he'd been handling that offense for years. Granted, he does have a number of weapons around him. He's got a pretty good defense to give him the ball back, but he just looked extremely confident and really like he belonged there.
Well, he took a Panthers team that looked like they didn't belong in the NFL and got their first win. Granted, they're going against the Cardinals, but boy, they looked good. The kid looked good. Interesting fact, there is a little connection between Kyle Allen and Kyler Murray. Do you know what that is?
Do not.
Kyle Allen actually beat out Kyler Murray for the starting quarterback position back in college. And then Kyler Murray transferred and became what Kyler Murray is. But it's funny thinking back to when they were so young in college and they kind of had to battle it out, and Allen actually won the starting position. And then they come out and they play each other, and Allen's kind of just thrown into the starting spot, the spotlight, and comes out and beats and just outright outplays Kyler Murray.
Right. Kyler Murray probably would have never been the player that he is today if he didn't first lose that job, because something happened in his life where he changed something and he became a different person. He became a different work ethic, and now he's Kyler Murray, the quarterback that we see running around the field today. So something I also want to hit on about Cam Newton is his contract is about $22 million against the cap next year. But to cut him, it'd be $2 million against the Panthers. Don't be surprised if the Panthers cut Cam Newton this offseason. I said it first. You heard it here. Bold Take Monday. Overreaction Monday.
I don't know about cut, but trade maybe. I think Cam Newton's just becoming one of those guys like an old name. You saw it later in Colin Kaepernick's career where he lit the world on fire to start, and then towards the end he didn't really do much. And obviously you can see how that worked out for him, and I can see Cam Newton being the same thing where, yeah, you were lighting the world on fire, but maybe you haven't done anything in the past couple of years. But there's still that value for it.
Right.
Whereas I think Colin Kaepernick would have had that value if he didn't have all that publicity surrounding him. Where Cam Newton, the only publicity he has is really his attire. And people like to make fun of what he wears, right? And
yeah.
That's the biggest thing against him, quote unquote against him. But I could see the trade value. There's definitely a trade market there. I don't see them cutting him. However, I could see them trying to trade him and just kind of starting new.
Right. So speaking of somebody else who's really lighting the NFL on fire in his first start, Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes gets the start for the New York Giants in Week 3 and absolutely just lights it up. Again, another quarterback, another young guy who steps in, bolted into the starting spot, and plays with extreme confidence and looks like he's been there forever.
Yeah, and one thing I want to throw out there is they're playing the Bucs, another bad team, but you can't let how bad the Bucs are overshadow this rookie's performance. Number one, he loses Saquon Barkley, right? Loses the most talented player on the Giants, and his biggest weapon, even if it's not in the passing game, Saquon's threat in the running game would take that stress off of Baker.
Right.
And he loses that, right? But he still comes out, still throws for 336 yards, still throws for 2 TDs. And what do you do when your best player is out, the running back that leads this team every game?
You got to run it too.
You run it too. He puts the team on his back. He runs in a couple touchdowns and wins the game for the Giants in a really, really good, really close-fought game against the Bucs. And I don't care what you say, rookie or not, it's hard to come out here and play like that as a rookie. Schemes are different. And, you got to understand, even if you're a bad team, these are still the best players in college, right? Like the worst guy in the NFL was one of the best players in college. That's why he's in the NFL. He had some talent, right? So it's impressive, and even the schemes are different. The NFL is just a different animal, and he's coming from Duke.
Right.
All schools. Of all schools, it's not like that big, powerhouse school. Really well-known, great coach and a really well-known, great football system. So
I think he really proved that he fits so well into the Giants system and kind of what Eli Manning is doing. He just does everything a little bit better than what Eli Manning is doing right now, and he adds that athleticism and mobility to what Eli Manning was doing before. So you saw the read option play where Daniel Jones took it off the edge and beat the linebacker. Eli Manning could have never made that play. Do you think the Giants could have won that game if Eli Manning was starting the whole game?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think they have a chance. Eli Manning just hasn't been that guy. And Daniel Jones really just lit up. And one thing you have to take into account is whenever it's a player's first game, it's usually, I don't want to say usually, but there's no film. So I would really like to take note and really like to watch him in his next couple of games now that his defense has had some film on him and see how he does.
Right.
My bet is he struggles a little bit, but he still shows that he's a good quarterback and he still shows that promise.
Right.
Whereas you throw a guy like Kyler Murray, again another rookie, right into a situation where you have a team that's not phenomenal and he's going to take his lumps, he's going to make his mistakes. So I could see Daniel Jones kind of having the same start as Kyler Murray, where there's that clear flash of what can be greatness, and there's also that you're still a rookie.
Rookie struggle, like making bad decisions here and there, and just showing that he really is a rookie in the NFL. And props to Eli Manning for taking this whole thing like a pro.
Absolutely. Another guy I want to touch on is this whole Jalen Ramsey saga. Just a different one, and I'm looking and I kind of thought Jalen Ramsey would request a trade when he didn't get a contract earlier.
Yeah, when he came in with the Brinks truck this offseason, it kind of made his statement known about where his focus lies this season.
Yeah, he wants to get paid, he wants to make the money, and it's weird that the owner came out and even said, listen, we'll make you the highest paid cornerback. Either Jalen Ramsey is asking for a ridiculous amount of money, or he really doesn't want to play in Jacksonville, which I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, I thought Doug Marrone was at least a decent coach, but then you see him get into a fight on the sideline, and today he calls in sick. He can't go to practice. Actually, last night, can't go to practice because he, quote unquote, has the flu, and that's very, very convenient timing for a guy like this who's trying to get traded. Is he doing an AB where he's trying to force his way out, or is he actually genuinely sick? It's just a weird situation going on there.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to watch from the outside, especially because we have no idea really what's going on behind the scenes and stuff, but you got to think that he just watched the whole Antonio Brown thing and how he forced his way to a contender like the Patriots, top tier team, and he was like, that doesn't seem that hard. Like, I can do that, and I'm already halfway there, and I'm good enough where somebody's going to pick me up that's a really good team.
I think he's smart enough to say, all right, I can't put my team on this. I can't, record my coach saying something and put that on social media. I'm not going to do it that way. I think he's more taking the approach of, I'll just, I'm forcing my way out of here, but I'm not trying to ruin you guys. Whereas for me, Antonio Brown, like what he would put out there, the letters he got from the Raiders, and the audio from his conversation with,
Mike Mayock.
Not Mike Mayock, the coach, John Gruden. The conversation he had with John Gruden, excuse me, it's just that was a different way. It wasn't a good way for you to try to get out of a place, and I think that says to the rest of the teams in the NFL that you're a risk and you're a liability. And if you aren't getting what you want, you're going to do drastic things and take drastic measures to get what you want. So I think Jalen Ramsey not doing that is a smart move because it's going to increase his value. Now somebody will give up a little bit more and to the team to trade for him, and they'll also give up a little bit more to him, put a little bit more in his pockets.
Right. And thinking about the Jaguars side of this, they have to approach this like we have to let this guy cool off and give him anything he needs. If he needs a week off because he's got the flu, give him a week off. I don't care. Like we want him to repair this relationship. We saw the fight with the coach, but it's football. Guys yell at each other all the time. It's not like relationships aren't repairable.
No, absolutely not. But I think one thing we have to consider is timing. I mean, timing is everything. And if you wait too long, you might have a team that's no longer in it, and they're not going to give you as much for it. You know what I mean? Like right now, it's peak time, I think, to trade him to a team like the Eagles, because you saw the Eagles secondary get torched, absolutely torched, and it's week in, week out with these guys. And now they're fighting to stay in the playoffs because you have the Cowboys who are 3-0, undefeated. The Eagles are already 2 games behind. And for a team like the Eagles, I would think they're willing to give up a good amount to get a guy who could be their lockdown corner and somebody they can rely on consistently.
Exactly.
And I think if you wait too long, you might pass that point and you're not going to get as much back.
Exactly. So, coming into the next segment of our podcast today, we got 4 beers sitting in front of us each. It is time for Brews from the Bleachers, Hitch.
Let's do it. Brews from the Bleachers. Very excited. I'm getting better at picking these beers out, man. I got light to medium, a little bit dark, and very dark for me. This is very, very nice. I'm very excited for these beers. One cider. So let's get into this, Wally.
Yeah, I as well have one cider over here. I have the peach lemonade spiked seltzer. And Hitch, what's your seltzer?
I have the tangerine sparked seltzer. So this is going to be really good, Wally. I believe you went last time. You went first last time. So
right.
I'm going to hop right into mine here, starting with that tangerine sparked seltzer.
And I believe he mentioned that one of these is an award-winning spiked seltzer, so I guess we'll have to compare when we taste these about which one it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm down for that. I'm already very excited for this one. I know it's going to be sweet, so let me go ahead and read this explanation here for you. Crafted sparked seltzer created with cold brewed white tea infused with citrus, with tangerines, and a gentle berry kiss of hibiscus. So it sounds delicious already. Let me go ahead and drink this, put it down the belly. It goes down super easy. Very, very good. I'm going to go with that's a 3-2 for me. A nice 3-2. It's a very good seltzer. Definitely could drink a full glass of it. Honestly, wouldn't have a problem at all. It's missing a little bit of that tangerine. I expected a little bit more flavor in there. So that might be why it's a little bit lower, 3-2. But absolutely good. If you're a seltzer person and you're coming to this brewery, it's really good for you. Definitely try it out.
For sure. So my first beer in the flight is not even a beer. Like I said, it's a spiked seltzer. It's the peach lemonade spiked seltzer coming in at 5% ABV. It is artisanal craft sparked seltzer created with cold brewed black tea infused with the citrus of lemon and gentle kiss of peaches. Very interesting as I read that.
And just to let you guys know, mine was also 5% ABV.
Wow, I think this is the award-winning one here. That is very good. Yeah, if you ever get the chance to try the peach lemonade spark seltzer from The Forgotten Boardwalk, that is a game changer. This is delicious. Gonna go. That's a strong rating. I think I'm gonna go with. It has to be a 4. Like a 4 flat on that one.
Nice, okay.
Yeah,
another sweet one for you, going with a 4. That's great.
I'm loving this spark seltzer.
That's a good one. And you know what? Peaches and cream, if I remember correctly, got 4.0 from you last week. I think you're starting to find, your favorite alcoholic beverages, whether it's beer or not. I think you like sweet, man. It's a 4.0. That's a really good score out of you, first one up.
Yeah, I don't just have one sweet tooth. I think I have about 22 sweet teeth.
Sweet teeth.
Sweet teeth.
Sweet teeth.
I have one beer already.
And it's a flight glass at 4 ounces, so good job. You're doing great. So I'm going to go into my next beer here, hopping straight into it. We have for amusement only. Let me read the description here for you. A crushable, hazy, hopped up pale ale with notes of sweet orange, pineapple, and impressions of mango. Very excited for this. The mango excites me. The pineapple excites me. The sweet orange definitely excites me. Let me go ahead and hop into this one. Let you guys know what I think. Wow, that is so good. So this beer is really interesting because you get that initial flavor of hoppiness, IPA. You know, you can just really taste the hops. But then, just as it says, you get that sweet orange, that pineapple, that mango. That's a really good tasting beer. Tons of flavor in it. Aftertaste is good. Everything about this beer is delicious. Let me go for another sip before I get this score. Yeah, that's going to be a 3-8 for me. Very good score. Very good beer. The hoppiness at the beginning is what catches me just a little bit, but it's not too much of it. You get that sweetness going, and it's very good. 3.8 for amusement only.
So my second beer is the Funnel Cake Cream Ale, coming in at 5.5% ABV, and this one is served on nitro. So what that means is that the beer is less carbonated with it. It really has, most beers are served with at least a little bit of carbonation, but the nitro has no carbonation at all, really, and you know how much my sweet tooth affects my choice of beers, so I had to go with the Funnel Cake Cream Ale. Let's see what this one is all about. Well, I love sweet stuff, but maybe for a person who's not quite, such a sweet person, this is probably not going to be right up your alley, because it's almost too sweet, but I really enjoy it. So I would give it a 3.3, but it's a very unique beer. So if you have a sweeter tasting palate, if you enjoy, sweet things, sour things, this one's for you. But if you're more towards Hitch's palate, where he likes the beers you can't see through, or the super thick stuff, you definitely stay away from this one.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, of course I forgot again, for amusement only, it's coming in at 5.3% ABV, so not extremely high. Another one you can put right down, very good. And then the Funnel Cake coming in at about 5.5% ABV. So another one that's really good. So let me get into my next one here. I have the 103 Years Later Extra Special Bitter. Brewed with all UK hops, you'll grab bready, nutty feel in this classic English pub beer. Coming in at 4.4% ABV. Super excited for this one. Let me get right into it. That is phenomenal. This is definitely my favorite beer so far. Bitter. Like it says, it's absolutely bitter. Kind of heavier. But you get a little bit, and you can really taste that nutty flavor, and then you get hit with the bitterness. And I love that personally. This is going to be a 4-1 for me. It was an easy sweep. This beer is one you have to try if you come here. It's not on tap for long. It's a seasonal beer for them. But you gotta try it if you come. You gotta see if it's here, and if it is, you have to have it. Number one, it's seasonal, so you're not gonna get it really at this time of year. It's really good, nutty, bitter. If you like stouts for their bitter flavor, you're gonna like this one. It's not completely black, but it's more of a brown hint to it. It's really good. Absolutely gotta try it. 4.1, 103 years later. I got a hint for you. Next year it'll be 104 years later. But make sure you try it.
Sounds like an amazing one. If I ever come back here, I'm definitely going to have to try that 103 years later one out. Sounds incredible. Got a 4.1 from you, a strong score. So, my third beer on the palate is the Curiosity number 46. And this is actually a new beer just put on tap for them. It's a Saison coming in at 6.5%. A rustic Saison brewed that has a honey bread, lightly toasted crust, stone fruits, apple, and a dry herbal spicy hop finish. That sounds delicious just from reading it. And the smell is delicious. Let's go ahead and give this one a taste. Very good. Super rich in taste. It's a full beer. It's a full-bodied taste. That's what I meant to say. And it's a lot of strong taste in there. I can definitely recognize the sweet, the stone fruits. I can definitely recognize the stone fruits, apple, herbal, spicy finish. It's got a ton of strong flavors in there, but it's easy to put back down the gullet. Not too difficult to drink, and coming at 6.9%, this will leave you stumbling up the door after you finish maybe 2 glasses, not even realizing that you actually drank beer. Yeah, this one is very, very good. Tastes great. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 3.8 for the Curiosity number 46 at the Forgotten Boardwalk in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
3.8, Wally. That's a very good score. And I just went on their social media here for Forgotten Boardwalk, and I wanted to read what this 103 years later is. They have 103 years extra special bitter, which is what I tried, and they have 103 years Belgian IPA. Now these beers are paying homage to true events of shark attacks that happen here in the New Jersey shore. Every year we create beers with a bite, quote unquote, and specialty IPAs. So every year they create these beers to kind of just remember, I guess, the shark attacks that happened years ago. Right now we're at 103 years, and that's why I said next year we'll be at 104 years. So, but you got to try this out. That extra special bitter was super, super good. But I cannot wait for my next beer, Wally. I cannot wait. I like cigars, I like beer, I love coffee. Let me read this explanation for you. This porter has a malty backbone that combines a rising smoke finish with subtle coffee and tobacco. That, my friends, is the Moro Castle smoked porter. I am super excited for this. I can't say it enough. Number one, love porters. They are my favorite now because they don't sit as heavy as a stout would. Number two, tobacco and coffee with a smoke finish. What more could you ask for?
My expectations for the Moro Castle, hopefully it delivers.
That's a 4.3. 4.3. I don't mind giving out that score. That's a 4.3. That's a great beer. Another one you have to come here and try. If they have it at Forgotten Boardwalk, you gotta come here and try it. I gotta admit, it would be hard for me to choose between the two that I just had. But that was delicious, and I would definitely lean towards the porter. That is a phenomenal beer. 4.3. 4.3.
4.3, a very strong score for the Forgotten Boardwalk. Last beer of the palate here. I'm very excited for this one because the bartender said it was one of his favorite beers on tap. I always love to hear that from the bartender himself. The guys who serve these beers and run these beers all day long. You know it must be good then. Called the Pocket Trick. It's an Imperial IPA coming in 8.5%. It's prominent notes of peach, mango, and citrus. And I'm going to go ahead and give this one a taste. It's a clear beer. You can see right through it, kind of a golden color to it. It is very hoppy, but It's not too overpowering, and you can definitely still taste all the fruity notes of citrus and orange and all the fruits in there. It tastes delicious. So easy to put back down the gullet. Not too hard to drink, even though it's that double IPA. So it's not too bad. I'm really enjoying it. This one deserves 3.7 for me for the Pocket Trick Imperial IPA.
And again, I just want to go back. I keep forgetting to do this. That Moreau Castle smoked porter was at 5%, 5.7% ABV. And so that concludes brews from the bleachers for you guys. We just finished off 4. We're going to combine these scores, get right back to you with the final score for Forgotten Boardwalk. Am I excited for this?
Notice we've never given a 2 in the podcast before. I feel like if you get a 2, like, damn,
It's not.
you fucked up.
I really haven't had a beer that was that bad though.
I mean, most of the breweries, they're trying to make good beers. So if you get a 2, you should probably fire that brewery.
Right?
Yeah. You want to order top shelf beers?
Well, let's do this real quick and then we'll pick our top shelf beers. Can you go right back, actually, right before it finishes?
You can drag this blue thing. Drag that piece at the top.
No, it's good as this. I want to get rid of that last part. Where I say, am I excited for this? I'm going to say, I am excited for this. Excited for this. We got our final scores here. Wally, this is an amazing brewery. They do some great things here. We'll touch on that in a moment after we do our top shelf beer. But Wally, this brewery here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, coming in at a 15.1 for a final score. Wally, this brewery is so good. Fun time. Tons of space. You come here with your friends, you have a good time, great beer, and really a wide variety. You really get to try a beer any beer that you like. If you're a wine drinker, they have the ciders here, you'll probably like it. If you like the bitter beers, they have them here. I know you'll like it. If you like the hoppy beers, they have them. I'm telling you, and it's everything here, Wally. What do you think about the score?
I love it. I mean, they have a ton of variety no matter what your palate is like. Sweet like me, bitter like Hitch, they always got something for you. Even if you're neither of us, you're the IPA guy, they have some delicious IPAs here. Even if you're, a light guy, a pale ale guy, they've got something for you. Spiked seltzers, they've got 2 amazing spiked seltzers on tap. One of them very award-winning, got a 4 for me. It tastes delicious. Gotta get that one, try it. 15.1, very strong score, very deserving of the Forgotten Boardwalk in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Absolutely. I'm hoping these guys go to the Great American Beer Festival coming up and they take this quarter there. It would be a hit. It's a unique thing. I'm not too sure, how many people would like it. I'd like to think a lot would. It's got the smokiness. It's got that tobacco and that coffee flavor all combined into one drink. It is so good. Come and try it. Now it's time for our top shelf beers. Wally, what do you got?
my top shelf beer of the night is going to be something that I just have to get some more of just because it's so different. It was not my top rated beer, but you know that sweet tooth in me is kicking hard. It's driving me. I'm going to have to go get the funnel cake cream ale, just because it was so different and unique of the beer itself. Really like nothing I've ever tasted. And I really enjoyed that nitro, smooth and easy to drink, you know, right down. And it was just, the smoothness of it really sit well with me.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice there. That funnel cake sounds delicious. I'm obviously gonna go with the porter. This was an amazing drink. I'm super excited to put more of it down the gullet. Let's go grab these beers, and we'll be right back. As good as he did, it's impressive. 22 of 36, 364 total yards, 4 total touchdowns, and a win for the Giants without Saquon Barkley.
Coming back from an 18-point deficit as well.
Super.
You know, when Saquon came out the game, they were down by more than 2 scores.
And it's like, you know, after Saquon goes out, you're like, wow, these guys are really going.
Yeah, for sure.
And they pull it out and they get the victory. We had some help along, you know, Sterling Shepard showed out, and, Evan Ingram showed out, but they nonetheless, the guy played a good game.
Yeah, sort of actually a turning point in the franchise, really, because it's his first start, but it's also his first coming out party in the NFL, you know? With his featured running back gone in the game, one of the best players in the NFL, loses that and down 2 scores, never lets up, takes the bull by the horns, and just wins that game for his team.
Yeah, shows out for the team. And definitely a turning point for this franchise. I agree with you. Start of a new era there in New York for the Giants. Wally, who's our next dog of the week?
Next dog of the week is on 190 yards. The man caught 3 touchdowns on only 8 receptions. Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers must have caught almost every single one of Jameis Winston's touchdowns this weekend.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You can tell this was an offensive game because both of our dogs were in the same game. Right? So this is so cool. Mike Evans, a guy who really hasn't showed up yet this year. Hasn't been terrible, don't get me wrong, but hasn't really showed up to be the guy that is worth the money he's getting paid. 8 receptions, 190 yards, 3 touchdowns, 23.8 yards per catch. Really
almost 24 yards every time his hands touch the ball.
And how upset is he after they lose that game?
He's probably pissed.
I mean, he put the team on his back. He said, listen, guys, I'll carry us this game. Let's just get it done.
Especially after Daniel Jones' first start, and, you know, it's a rookie quarterback. You don't expect him to come in there and do that. Maybe your defense can show the rookie some tricks and get under his skin a little bit, but no, Daniel Jones just goes absolutely beast mode.
Yeah, and takes the Giants to down victory road there. It's just, Mike Evans brought that. Awesome for him. And he's really showing people why he deserves the money that he got. Wally, those are our dogs. How about some over-unders this week?
Some over-unders. I love it. The name of the podcast, our favorite segment on this podcast. Let's get right to it. So, the first over-under I've chosen for this week. Let's hope the Eagles can get something going. Look like the Eagles of past we've seen against the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are 3-0 this week, and the Eagles are 1-2. They cannot afford to drop to 1-3. I know it's a tough game against the Packers, and this is one that we might have chalked up as a loss before the season started. But now you're in kind of a
must-win situation.
Yeah, a must-win situation. So the over/under that Vegas has set for this game is 45.5 points. That's kind of low. And these are 2 pretty high-scoring offenses, barring the Eagles' receivers' injuries and what they get back for Week 4. So 45.5 points. Would you take the over or the under?
Taking the under. I think this will be a defensive game. I think the Eagles are going to have to rely on their defense, which can be iffy at times, but I think Jim Schwartz is going to have to pull something out of his back pocket here, and I'm hoping he will, and we'll see. But I think he's going to be setting a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and I think the defense is going to hold strong. I also think the offense is going to have their struggles like they have all season so far, with the 2 starting receivers out and your backup tight end, who's a big part of the offense, also sort of injured, and we're really not sure what's going on there. With a rookie running back getting a lot of touches, I just think there's going to be some mistakes there. I think I'm definitely taking the under of 45 and a half. I'm going to take 20 to 17, and of course I'm going to go Browns.
I'm actually going to go over this week. I know it's kind of a hard pick, but 45 and a half is still kind of low. And I know the Eagles' offense has kind of been stagnant at times and looking rough. But we still have Carson Wentz, and we know what he can do. And I believe, hopefully, they'll lean on Jordan Howard a little bit more than they have been recently, because I really like the way he runs the ball. He's a tough runner, hard to bring down. And hopefully we will get some of our veteran receivers that we've been really missing out. And you can never doubt that man, Aaron Rodgers. He's going to put up points no matter what happens. I mean, Eagles defense hasn't been as good as I thought they would be, really. But Aaron Rodgers is just a machine of a man, really. He's going to come in there and do 2-3 touchdowns no matter what the circumstances are. So I'm going to take the over on this one, because I think both teams aren't going to play too well of a defense.
That's fair, and I can understand both sides. I really can. I don't think it'll be either or. I don't think this will be like a middle scoring game. Like, I think it's either going to be low, or it's going to be pretty high. I think my total is like 37, which is a decent scoring game, but we'll see.
It easily could go way under. It easily could go way over.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens. Wally, you got any more over-unders? That's alright. Wally, I got another over-under for us here. This is a college football game. We haven't really touched on college football that much. So how about Alabama versus Ole Miss? Alabama, obviously a 2-seed, a dominant team. Ole Miss, they are what they are. They're 2-2 on the season so far. 98.1% of people have Alabama winning this game. I think that's obvious. I definitely think Alabama's going to win. However, we don't know what the score is going to be. This could be a very, very dominant score from Alabama. Actually, I don't know if it's going to go either way. I think really Alabama's going to be dominant in this game. Over under 42.5 points for this game. Are you taking the over or under?
On this one, I'm easily taking the over, because I know how powerful Alabama is. Let's not doubt Ole Miss here. They're a veteran team that's been in a ton of situations like this before. I really like their offense. I think they can score if given the chance in the red zone. They just have to get to the red zone, which they've had some trouble doing. But I would really rely on Alabama to cover most of this spread.
That's not bad. I was really hoping you would take the under, but you didn't, so I'm going to take the under. And I have some reasoning for it. I think this is going to be a blowout, but I think Alabama puts up 42 exactly, and that would be the under. And I don't think Ole Miss really scores at all. So I think if they do score, then it would be 35-7, and I'm pretty confident saying that. We'll see. Alabama is pretty much a powerhouse and is always the favorite to win a championship, college football championship. So we'll see what happens there. And guys, that's it for this week on the Over Under. We had a quick turnaround. We're here on Monday for you guys. We got Monday Night Football going on. Bears, Redskins. We'll see how that turns out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Wally, what do you got to say to the people?
Keep giving them. If you're on iTunes right now, please drop us a 5-star. Leave us a comment. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know all your sports bets, opinions, whatever it is. We also would love to hear from you guys about the breweries that you go to, whether it be New Jersey, whether it be not New Jersey, wherever it is. We want to know what kind of beers you guys had, what your favorite beer was, what kind of breweries you've been to, what kind of special events they do there. Whatever it is, please hit us up, leave us a comment, follow us on iTunes, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you guys for listening. This has been episode 5 at the Forgotten Boardwalk in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.